10 certifications that can help you win more business. Hi, my name is Montina Young Portis, and I will be your facilitator today. I'm the founder and CEO of CIA Media Group, and we help companies rethink business for the digital age, and we help certified companies win more business. I founded the company in 2013, and I was certified women-owned by 2014. But I was not ready. I was informed, but unfortunately confused, frustrated, and had no clue how to leverage the certification to win business. So I wasted money, time, and resources. I chose to shift my business in a different direction, and it wasn't until 2018 when I had to get certified to participate in an event that my business was transformed. You see, I cracked the certification code. I chose the right certification for my business, and I won Tier 1 Supplier of the Year up to $1 million through the Georgia Minority Supplier Development Council. I learned what it takes to leverage the certifications, build relationships, and win more business. I'm the mom of two amazing adult daughters, a high energy teenage son, and I have a wonderful son in law. My goal with this training is to help you understand how to leverage your certifications, and my goal as a woman and minority owned company is to help women and minority owned companies build their businesses, secure contracts, credit and capital, and increase employment opportunities. So let's get started. So let's talk about why certifications matter and how they set you apart. Certifications provide you with access to the opportunities such as Fortune 500 companies and government agencies. They also provide access to training and educational programs because when you go after opportunities at the larger companies and with government agencies, you'll need capability statements. You'll need to understand NAICS codes. You'll need bonding. So again, you're going to have access to the opportunities, but the training and educational programs are going to be equally as important. You're going to gain access to networking opportunities because you'll meet others that are certified and serious about scaling their businesses, in addition to those that are interested in procuring your products and services. You'll gain access to leads for bids and proposals. You'll gain access to mentorship opportunities. And you're going to be set apart because most companies just don't invest the time, energy, and resources to get certified. So automatically, it's going to set your company apart as a company that's serious about getting more business. Now, if you're like me, I want to be certified, but I had a question, and I wanted them to show me the money. Contracting officers can use set-asides and sole source contracts to help the federal government meet its small business contracting goals. The federal government prefers to contract with small businesses whenever possible. Contracting officials can use set-aside and sole source contracts to help their agencies meet their small business contracting goals. So this is important to understand. Contracts under $150,000, again with the federal government, are automatically and exclusively set aside for small businesses. $150,000 or more, you see here, it's set aside for 2 or more small businesses that could do the work. And then you see $700,000 or more, and then $1.5 million or more. So it's important to understand that even the larger contracts have subcontracting opportunities for small businesses. Now, the essence of strategy is choosing what not to do. So let's talk about the certifications and programs available. The National Minority Supplier Development Council advances business opportunities for certified minority business enterprises and connects them to corporate members. This is the certification that you want to get if you're interested in working with Fortune 500 companies and you are a minority. Now, also with this, it's important to note one of the things that I did not know when I was first certified as an MBE is that there are some companies and corporations that will not work with you until your company reaches a certain threshold with your revenue and sales. So some companies may not work with you if you're under $1 million in revenue. And that's okay because there are many that still will. But it's something important to consider. And you can also network and market your services to other MBEs. So coming into the certified space, I didn't know how valuable it was to work with others in my space because it was a more competitive environment outside of the certified space. And I wasn't as open to share what I was doing with my company because others were, quite frankly, stealing from me in some cases. It's not like that when you're certified, or I should say, majority of the time, it's not like that, and it has not been my experience. There are many other companies that are in a similar space, if not the same space as you, that want to work with you to get more business. So MBE to MBE is something that you'll hear a lot about in the NMSDC space, MBE to MBE spend. And also when you're going after awards, like I'll show you in the next slide, they look at that as part of the application. How much money are you investing in other minority businesses? Now, this is where my company in 2019 won the Tier 1 Supplier of the Year up to $1 million through the Georgia Minority Supplier Development Council. So we were able to win that award, and it's presented by Nidra Dixon, Global Supplier Inclusion and Sustainability Lead at Accenture. So that was a huge opportunity for us to get our name out there. Now, the next certification we'll talk about is the WeBank National Certification, or WEB. I also have this certification, and it validates that the business is 51% owned, controlled, operated, and managed by a woman or women. Again, this is a corporate certification for Fortune 500 companies. There is a cost associated, or I should say an investment associated with the WEB certification and also with the Minority Business Enterprise certification. You'll hear where there are national certifications, and for this certification, WeBank, and for the MBE certification also, they have local councils. There's regions, so you'll be able to interact with people in your state and in your region. WeBank's world-class certification is accepted by more than 1,000 corporations representing America's most prestigious brands, in addition to many states and other entities as well. WeBank is also an approved third-party certifier for the United States Small Business Administration Women-Owned Small Business Federal Contracting Program. And you'll get amazing opportunities. My company actually had an opportunity with Ronstadt, which is the largest staffing company in the world. And we were asked to speak at a diversity forum as well. So opportunities open up because, again, you gain access to Fortune 500 supplier development personnel and procurement officers. Certifications are important because they help provide a level playing field for small businesses owned by socially and economically disadvantaged people or entities. The next one that we're going to talk about is the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise, or DBE. This program is designed to remedy ongoing discrimination and the continuing effects of past discrimination in federally assisted highway, transit, airport, and highway safety financial assistance transportation contracting markets nationwide. The primary remedial goal and objective of the DBE program is to level the playing field by providing small businesses owned and controlled by socially and economically disadvantaged individuals a fair opportunity to compete for federally funded transportation contracts. This certification is free, and it's by far the most difficult certification to get. There is a lot of paperwork with this certification, as well as the national certifications. There is an interview, and there is a site visit included. Again, these certifications provide you with access to mentorship opportunities, educational and training opportunities. And as you can see here, I'm actually teaching, so it gives me access to other DBEs to help them win more business. And I'm actually teaching 5 strategies to leverage their DBE certifications and win more business. And it's a free training. So take advantage of all of the opportunities and access that you gain with your certification. Again, small amount of people are normally certified. In the state of Georgia, there are about 3,000 DBEs out of all of the businesses, and a small percentage that are active and out bidding on the opportunity. So this is with the U.S. Department of Transportation. And again, going back to U.S. Department of Transportation, airport highway safety. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the Women-Owned Small Business, or WOSB. To be eligible for the SBA's WOSB program, a company must be at least 51% owned and controlled by a female U.S. citizen. The WOSB program limits certified organizations to specific NAICS codes, and the company must meet the size standard as defined by the SBA. Now, I know you're probably thinking, what's a NAICS code if you're totally new to this? And I'll talk about this in a separate video, but it's a classification code that's used to determine, number one, if your company qualifies to have the WOSB, woman-owned certification, and if your company is a small business. So for instance, with our primary NAICS code, we're considered a small business up to $30 million in revenue. And that's the SBA's guidelines, typically up to 500 employees. And then there is that financial eligibility as well. So those are things to consider that I'll talk about in an upcoming video. Also, we have the economically disadvantaged women-owned small business. To qualify as an economically disadvantaged women-owned small business, or the EDWOSB, again, you must meet the requirements for the WOSB, and the owner of the company must demonstrate economic disadvantage. So the personal net worth is less than $750,000, and there are some exclusions to this as well. But you can have both certifications. So you have the WOSB and then the EDWOSB. And I like these certifications. They're federal, they're free, and you can self-certify at the time of this presentation. So you just go in, upload your documents, your business documents. I believe I had to upload maybe my W-2s, personal net worth statement, and that was it. So in my space, being a certified woman and minority-owned company, there are some that we call unicorns, and that's a woman, that is a minority, that is a veteran. So the U.S. Department of Veterans, veteran-owned small business, there's a program here, and it's for firms owned, and here's the key word, controlled. Owned and controlled by veterans and service-disabled veterans, and it gives them an opportunity to compete for VA set-asides. So it's important to note that a company cannot be classified as women-owned where there's a male operating it and he says, well, I just want to put my wife's name on this. It doesn't work that way. They have to have eligibility, ownership, and control, and it's going to be verified. So you don't want to go to prison because you're trying to get a contract and you're not telling the truth. So be sure that the business is owned, controlled, and eligible with those requirements. Now, with the service disabled veteran-owned small business program, to be qualified, the company must be a small business, be at least 51% owned and controlled by one or more service disabled veterans, have one or more service disabled veterans manage day-to-day operations and also make long-term decisions, and eligible veterans must have a service-connected disability. So again, it's really important to note. And the federal government's goal is to award at least 3% of all federal contracting dollars to service-disabled veteran-owned small businesses. So if opportunity doesn't knock and none of those fit for you, just build a door. Let's talk about the HUBZone program. So joining the HUBZone program makes your business eligible to compete for the program's set-aside contracts. HUBZone certified businesses also get a 10% price evaluation preference in full and open contract competitions. HUBZone certified businesses can still compete for contract awards under other socioeconomic programs that they qualify for. HUBZone program qualifications: for a business to be identified and qualified for the program, the business must be a small business. And here's what's unique with this certification or this program. Well, I'm using those interchangeably, right? Because it says HUBZone certified companies and then SBA calls it a program. But there must be at least 51% owned and controlled by U.S. citizens, a community development or a corporation or CDC, an agricultural cooperative, a Native Hawaiian organization, or an Indian tribe, have its principal office located in a HUBZone, and have at least 35% of its employees live in a HUBZone. So there are some unique qualifications, and all you have to do is put your address into the HUBZone map to see if your business qualifies. The next one, again, program, or you can self-certify or register, it's called a Section 3. Section 3, it's a means by which HUD fosters local economic development, neighborhood economic improvement, and individual self-sufficiency. Section 3 is the legal basis for providing jobs for residents and awarding contracts to businesses in areas receiving certain types of HUD financial assistance. Section 3 Business Registry is a listing of firms that self-certify to meet one of the regulatory definitions of a Section 3 business, and then it's included in a searchable online database. Number one is 51% of your business owned by Section 3 residents. That's one question. Two, does 30% of your current full-time staff meet the definition of a Section 3 resident? And number three, does your business have evidence of firm commitment to provide 25% of the total dollar amount of subcontracts to Section 3 businesses? Now, people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. This next program is my favorite. And ultimately, it should be the goal for women and minority-owned companies to achieve, and that is the 8A program. Now, this federal program literally has set-asides. It has a 9-year that's it. You can only get in it for 9 years. Commitment, I guess, attached to it. And to qualify for the program, you must be a small business, not already have participated in the 8A program, be at least 51% owned and controlled by U.S. citizens who are economically and socially disadvantaged, be owned by someone whose personal net worth is $250,000 or less, be owned by someone whose average adjusted gross income for 3 years is $250,000 or less, be owned by someone with $4 million or less in assets, have the owner manage day-to-day operations and also make long-term decisions, have all its principals demonstrate good character and show potential for success, and be able to perform successfully on contracts. 9 years. You get a start and stop date once you get certified. It takes about 90 days to get certified. You're going to submit a lot of paperwork. I'd also recommend with this certification that you wait until you're ready. One of the things that I did when I built my company, I've been in business since 2013, full-time since 2014. And like I said, when I first got my certification, I wasted a lot of time, money, and resources. I had no clue how to leverage it. And this is all about leverage. Business is about building strong relationships. You want to have strong relationships going into this program, but I diversified my industries. So I worked in the legal industry, so we still had business coming from there. Then we went out to Fortune 500 companies. Then we started doing some work with our local municipalities. We did some state government work and then branched out to federal. So we had revenue coming in. I often say that with some of the Fortune 500 companies and government, it takes about 2 years before you get business in some cases, especially if you're a non-traditional business. If you're traditional, you lay cement, you do roofing, electrician, painting, that's very traditional. Non-traditional, consulting, marketing, training, e-learning development, it's different. So make sure that you know the agency, small business liaisons. There are people there to help you get the business. But again, it's important not to apply for this program too soon because you only get 9 years in the program. And the goal of this program really is to graduate out of the program. So everybody has a dream, but not everybody has a grind. Here's the thing. You have to do the work. When I was first certified, I don't know why I thought this, but I often tell people that I know in the certification space and at the councils that there's like this unknown spoken thought or mantra that you're going to get certified and you're going to get business. And it does not happen that way. You have to get out and do the work. The certification is literally just the icing on top. You want to be exceptional at what you do. You want to have quality work. You need to have a website. You need to understand how to add and provide value. You need to understand how to stand out in a noisy world online digitally. You run a digital business, whether you're a traditional or non-traditional business. You want to make sure that you have a polished professional website. You want to make sure that your capability statement is easy to access. You want to make sure that your certifications are directly on your website, because when you get an opportunity, they're going to go check out your website and they want to know that you're certified, or they're just going to move on to the next. You also, I like to use videos to stand out. Now, I will say this in full transparency, I do run training consulting marketing company. So videos are one of the things that we do. We have a video production arm, but it's important because no one can sell your business like you could sell your business through telling your story. And that's important. But again, you have to do the work. You need a capability statement, elevator pitch, understanding your NAICS code. So there's a lot that goes along with it, which is why I say make sure that you have revenue coming in. Now, I'm providing all of the certification links here for you to go and make sure that you have it to access the programs and certifications. And again, the Minority Business Enterprise and the WeBank Enterprise certifications have a cost associated with them. All of the others are free. So there's really no excuse not to get them when they're free. And several you just self-certify. So whether you have a question about leveraging your certifications, getting certified, specific strategy, or you just want to learn about more digital strategies so that you can win more business, we're here to help. You can schedule a free clarity call. You can reach out to me. And if you're ready to win, sign up to take one of our courses in our library and get on a fast track to success. Again, my name is Montina Young Portis. I'm the founder and CEO of CIA Media Group, and we help companies rethink business for the digital age, and we help certified companies win more business. I'll see you in the next video.